Hey guys, this is Vision Gamer. Today, we're exploring the top 10 free Xbox games. Please subscribe and like for YouTube algorithm. Now let's start with our first free Xbox game. Number 10. Trackmania. Trackmania is a series of racing games for Microsoft Windows, Xbox, PlayStation. The game contains 100 single-player tracks, and the early tracks were relatively simple in design and gameplay, but most of them were designed as online games. One of the main attractions is the leaderboard, where players can compete for the best time and points. The top 5 players can be seen on the game homepage. Trackmania games typically feature a time trial format, with single-player medals awarded for overtime and the opportunity to submit times to various online leaderboards. Players can choose to respawn at any time, such as landing backwards, going off track, or getting off to a bad start. Multiplayer races are played as simultaneous time trials. Players' cars are simultaneously visible on the same track. Number 9. Vigor. Survive the Apocalypse in Vigor, a free-to-play loot shooter set in post-war Norway. Shoot and loot in exciting encounters. Build your shelter and vital equipment. Challenge others in different game modes. Play alone or fight together. Number 8. Warlander. Prepare your warhammers and sharpen your swords. With the ultimate objective of breaking into the enemy's stronghold, destroying their core, and claiming victory for you and your allies, join an army of up to 100 people and engage in action-packed, player versus player skirmishes and epic castle sieges. Number 7. Kartrider Drift. Kartrider Drift is the only online free-to-play, cross-platform kart racer with deep kart and character customization in stunning high definition. 8 players can race online in up to teams of 4 and face off in item or drift-focused races with karts and characters you personalize. Number 6. Century Age of Ashes. Century Age of Ashes, the multiplayer dragon battle game, is now available for free. Customize your dragon, dive into the arena and compete to become a legendary dragoner. Burn your enemies and rule the skies. Dive into the arena alone or with friends and fight for your survival in exciting game modes. Number 5. Rocket League. Rocket League is a vehicle soccer video game developed and published by Psyonix. Described as soccer using rocket-powered cars, Rocket League consists of up to 8 players assigned to 2 teams, using rocket-powered vehicles to drive the ball into the opponent's goal and score points during the game. The game includes single-player and multiplayer modes and can be played locally and online, including cross-play between all versions. Number 4. Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is a 2022 first-person shooter game developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment. Overwatch 2 is a hero shooter where players are divided into 2 teams and choose a hero from a list of 35 characters. Characters are organized into a damage class, which deals with attacking, a support class, which deals with healing and buffs, and a tank class, which is responsible for making room for their team. Each character has unique abilities, including active abilities, passive abilities, and ultimate abilities. Like its predecessor, Overwatch 2 focuses primarily on player versus player, PvP, combat across a variety of modes and maps, including both casual and ranked matches. Number 3. Splitgate. Splitgate is a free-to-play, fast-paced multiplayer shooter that features player-controlled portals. This sci-fi shooter takes the FPS genre to a new dimension with its portal mechanics, delivering high-flying, multi-dimensional combat. Evoking memories of the most revered shooters of the past 2 decades, Splitgate embraces the classic and familiar feel of close-quarters combat while adding a unique twist. IGN describes Splitgate as Halo meets Portal. Number 2. Armored Warfare. Armored Warfare, the future of modern tank shooters, is coming to Xbox. Take control of cutting-edge tanks and join your friends in completing co-op missions, compete with rival teams in PvP mode, or experience the real tank action in the global operations, an explosive mix of competitive and cooperative play empowered by large maps with respawn zones, surveillance drones, AI support, airstrikes, and much more. Before moving to final games, here are the bonus games. Harm's Way. Harm's Way is a fast-paced, action-packed race where both drivers and snipers need to team up to win the race. As the sniper, you need to blow up the competition. As a driver, you need to finish 3 laps first. Crackdown 2. Crackdown 2 is an open-world action-adventure video game developed by Ruffian Games and published by Microsoft Game Studios. It was released on Xbox 360 in July 2010 and is a direct sequel to the 2007 video game Crackdown. 12. The player fights both the Cell, a terrorist organization, and freaks, strange infected mutants. While the original Crackdown supported system link playing for co-op, Crackdown 2 does not feature the same option. 2. The game lets the player be judge, jury, and executioner for a huge, fully explorable city. 0. A sequel, Crackdown 3, was released for the Xbox One and Microsoft Windows in February 2009. APB Reloaded. Anarchy. Justice. In the world of APB, it's your choice: live on the edge of the law or enforce it. Hit the streets as a licensed vigilante or hardened criminal in the crime-ravaged metropolis of San Paro, where shootouts, car chases, robbery, and vandalism are all in a day's work. Customize your gear with the richest character customization available today and choose from tons of modifications for your weapons and vehicles. Climb the ranks of your chosen organization and you could earn fame, deadly weapons, exotic vehicles, and stylish new clothing. Fail, and you'll be just another ugly corpse clogging up the alleys. A huge arsenal of weapons and modifications. Now let's move to final game. Number 1. Opus Castle. Opus Castle. It's a 3D horror game with the narrative based on the real tragic history of the little castle on Apa Street, located in the city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Let the mysterious unfold in this new adventure that brings some basics mechanics for the exploration, which focus more on the narrative, that will be separate in chapter, with more than 5 different paths that the player can choose. The player must explore Castelinho's secret rooms and environments, encountering the famous supernatural apparitions, noises from nowhere, and the laments of spirits from the past. In the meantime, you wake up in one of the rooms beside a body riddled with bullets.